Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Magic News with Magic Ridge. I'm your host, Ridge. Nice to meet you. Today, I believe it's, we got the good old July 1st, I believe. Next month, July 1st. So July 1st, here we are. We are continuing with the Adventures of the Forgotten Realms spoiler season. I just want to let anybody that does not know, I have a current giveaway. I'm trying to shorten it up every time as I do this. So I have a giveaway right now. Free booster packs delivered directly to your door for free. It's free to enter. All you gotta do is subscribe to Magic Ridge YouTube channel. And in the video, I'm gonna link in the description. You can go ahead and leave a thumbs up and a comment on that video, and you are entered the giveaway. And we're talking Modern Horizons 2 booster packs delivered anywhere in the world to your house for free for subscribing, etc. Join the channel. We accept you over here at Magic Ridge. You are welcome aboard the train here. I don't know where this train's going, but we're building tracks, you know. So let's get in the spoiler season, man. I'm pretty hyped on this new set. Today I've decided to put it all into one video. Yesterday they went a little nuts on the spoilers. Today they went a little light. So we're only doing one video today over here at Magic Ridge as well. We've been doing two, but not many people are watching it anyway, so we'll just make the one. Thank you guys for those of you who are watching are excited. So first up, let's just get right to it. We've got Displacer Beast for 2 mana of any color and an island 3 CC. We have a creature type cat beast. It's definitely something. It is a 3/2. When Displacer Beast enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Okay? And this is how the dungeons work now. Excuse me while I swallow here. You enter the first room of the dungeon. Okay, so you start a dungeon or advance to the next room, okay? So you don't, once you get in there, you don't just go through every turn. You actually have to tick that timer with things like Displacer Beast, like here. This card also has Displacement for 3 mana of any color and an island, so 4 mana. You don't have to tap it or anything. You can return Displacer Beast to its owner's hand. So for 4 mana, you can return it to your hand and venture into the dungeon even further. Very cool for an uncommon cat, for the cat people out there. Here's your cat. Here's your shine. Next up, we've got Alterguard Ranger. We've got some Ranger tribal. I actually have a Ranger Lord that I got that's beat up, but I got one. For 4 mana of any color and a forest, 5 CC, pretty hefty. We have a creature type human elf ranger. That's a hefty ranger. It's going up against like a griffin lion thing or something. He's got reach. So when Alterguard Ranger enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token, and he himself is a 4/1. So this is an interesting ranger. You can see his little wolf boy in the background. Common slot, not much to go over there. This guy, though, he is something I fancy, so we're going to go over him real quick as well. We have Clattering Skeletons. I love skeletons. I've always been trying to make a skeleton EDH deck for the longest time. I've probably tried to build it 2 or 3 times. I'm just not satisfied yet. We need more lords and stuff, and I believe we get a lord today. We need actually a commander. I'm not Scuttlebones in it up or nothing like that. You know, I'm looking for a real commander, but anyway, I'm rambling. For 3 mana of any color and a swamp, 4 CC, we have a creature skeleton, 4/3. When Chattering Skeleton dies, venture into the dungeon. Okay? So on his death trigger or whatever, you get you some dungeon. Next up, we have an angel. I really like the artwork on this angel. It sucks as a common. It's nothing game breaking. It's not going to get included into my wonderful Avacyn Angel of Hope EDH deck. But we have Planner Ally. Okay, for 3 mana of any color and plains, so 5 CC. We have a creature angel. It is a 3/3 flying angel. And whenever Planar Alley attacks, venture into the dungeon. So this is going to be your flying white dungeon on attack. So if I want to venture in the dungeon, I mean, I would use this, but I probably won't throw this in the Avacyn regardless. Moving on, we have a legendary artifact. In green, we have something very cool. We've been talking about bards lately, so we have Instrument of the Bards for 1 forest, 1 CC. Very nice. We have a legendary artifact, so at the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a harmony counter on Instrument of the Bards, and for 4 mana, so 3 mana of any color and a forest, and tapping this legendary artifact, so 4 mana, tap this artifact, search your library for a creature card with mana value equal to the number of harmony counters on Instrument of the Bards. Reveal it, put it in your hand. If that card is legendary, create a treasure token, and then shuffle. So this is just all around pretty good. Green's pretty good as it is. I was hoping with seeing the bear in this. Thought maybe it was a Berenstein Bears include. It could still potentially be, but it's a thing. It's a thing. What do you guys think? And I think also, I'm sure many people know, but like in Commander, I think specifically, you'll need a legendary creature in play to play a legendary artifact. I think. At least that's how sorceries and stuff work. Sorceries and instants, I believe, and some other stuff like that, legendary sorceries, they need to have a legendary into play. So I wonder if the legendary artifact, you also have to have a legendary permanent. Other than this, could be a land, could be creature, could be your commander, whatever. So there's that. That's one thing I think of when I see that. We're going to move on. Next up, we have a Secret Door for 1 blue mana, 1 CC artifact creature wall. It is a 0/4 defender for 4 mana of any color and an island, so 5 mana total. We can venture into the dungeon, activate only as a sorcery. So at sorcery speed, we're getting into this dungeon with this wall right here. Okay? Very nice. I can't wait to see how terribly the dungeon mechanic destroys our wonderful game, which I doubt it's going to do. It's going to get magical. I think it's actually on the arena right now, and I was meant to get on last night, and I'll probably have to get on today because I think I deleted some of the footage. So we'll probably have some more grinding later on today as well, since we're only making the one video. There were reasons, so I can make another video. So yeah, Secret Door. Moving on. We have something that hopefully I'm going to like or want to build here. So we have Orcas, Prince of Undeath. Okay, very cool. His cost is high from the looks of it, so he's got an X in the mana cost here. So X plus 2 mana of any color, and then Swamp Mountain. So 4 CC plus X. Unknown CC, we have a legendary creature, Demon. He is a 5/3 flying trample. When Orcas, Prince of Undeath, enters the battlefield, choose 1. Each other creature gets -X until end of turn, and you lose X life. Or you can return up to X target creature cards from X total creature cards with total mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste until end of turn. So this isn't terrible, okay? This is pretty good. I could build this. I could and would build it. I don't fancy demons that much anymore in my old age. More into the angelic creatures, but this one is very well done. Very well, very well. Very good, Watsy. We see you, Watsy. Okay, and that is Orcas, Demon Prince of the Undeath. So I'd definitely build that. We're going to move right along. We have Wandering Troutbadour for 3 mana of any color and a forest. So we have 4 CC here. We have a creature type Dragon Bard. Back in that musical instrument, barding. He is a 4/2. At the beginning of your end step, if you had a land enter the battlefield under your control this turn, sir, venture into the dungeon. So on the drop of a land, with this magical bard next to your side, you can venture into a dungeon. get a little further in that dungeon. Progress through that dungeon. Going to be very good in limited, standard, etc. Possibly even modern, who knows. Could make some moves there as well. We will find out. I don't even know if it's modern legal. Alright, anyhow. I'm crazy. Don't listen to me. Magical what? Alright, we have Veteran Dungeoneer, okay, for 3 mana of any color and 1 white mana. So 4 CC, creature type human warrior. He or she is a 3/4. And when Veteran Dungeoneer enters the battlefield, you get to venture into the dungeon. So unless you have some ETB triggers to get him out and in, flash trigger, like, you know what I mean. Unless you can bounce this guy, do a bunch of shenanigans with him, he's not gonna do too much for you. But if you can blink him, like, I don't know, say 7 or 8 times in one turn, you could finish the biggest dungeon probably pretty close and get a lot of value that way. Alright, moving on. We've got Delver's Torch for 1 mana of any color and a Plains 2 CC artifact equipment. Equipped creatures get +1/+1 whenever equipped creature attacks, venture into a dungeon. And it also has the equip cost of 3 mana. It's not bad. 3 mana, like I was talking before, is kind of on the unplayable side-ish, almost. This guy, I have the English one for, so if you can bear with me, it's a pain in the butt. We have a green card that costs 2 mana of any color and a forest. So 3 CC green card. I didn't originally pick it up in the English, but then I caught it at the end while I was doing some revisions here, like I should be, right? And we found the English part to it here. So we have Shepherd of Sylvanus. Okay? It's a green creature common. Has vigilance. It is a 2/3. And whenever Shepherd of Sylvanus attacks, roll a d20. So we got some more d20 action. 1 through 9 is going to gain you 1 life. 10 through 19 is going to gain you 2 life, rather. And if you magically roll that 20 out of 20, 1 in 20 chance, you get to gain 5 life. Okay? So that is the random green card that I now have to find my place for. Apologies. Found them already, I believe. Moving right along. Next up is Dragon's Disciple. Okay? For 1 mana of any color and a plane, so 2 CC, we have a creature type human monk. He's a 1/3. Okay? As Dragon's Disciple enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand, dragon players. If you do, or if you control a dragon, Dragon's Disciple enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it, and he's now a 2/4 instead of a 1/3. Next up, his other thing, he has like a little static ability type thing on him. He has dragons you control have ward 1. So all your dragons are going to have ward for 1. And ward, if you don't know, is you're going to have to pay 1 mana extra to target it or something like that. That's 1. If ward 2 would be 2 extra mana. And this is per creature, per dragon, etc. So not bad at all. Not bad, not bad. Moving on, we have Eccentric Apprentice for 2 mana of any color in an island. 3 CC. We have a creature type Thieving Wizard. It is a 2/2 flying wizard. When Eccentric Apprentice enters the battlefield, venture into a dungeon. Gotcha. 10/4, big buddy. And next up, we have at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've completed a dungeon, up to 1 target creature becomes a bird with base power and toughness 1/1 and flying until end of turn. Guess that could be okay as well. That could be pretty good. Playable for sure. Moving on, we have another legendary creature. Legendary creature for you today, sirs and madams and little sirs. Alright, here we go. we've got Volo, Guide to Monsters. For 2 mana of any color and a Forest Island, 4cc legendary creature, human wizard. This feller is a 3/2, so he has a little extra that front action, if you know what I'm talking about. He's got a big chest, you know. He's been working out. Whenever you cast a creature spell that doesn't share a creature type, so that does not share a creature type, so different creatures, with a creature you control, or a creature card in your graveyard, you get to copy that spell. A copy of a creature spell becomes a token. Okay? Very nice. We're going to probably get into the flavor of this fella, because he just sounds flavorful. So we have the Beholder told me I had a good eye for details. Who was I to argue? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Next up, we have Precipituous Drop. Or Perceptuous. Either way. Cost 2 mana of any color in a swamp, 3cc, enchantment, aura, enchant creature. When Precipituous Drop enters the battlefield, venture into a dungeon. That doesn't look like a dungeon, sir, but we'll take it. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. It gets -5/-5 instead, as long as you've completed a dungeon. So we'll leave that at your will there. We're going to move on. We're going to go into Goblin Morningstar. It costs 1 mana of any color in a mountain, so 2cc, so playable. We have an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1 and has trample. Not bad. Equip cost is 1 mana and a red, so 2 mana in total there. When Goblin Morningstar enters the battlefield, you get to roll a d20. Some dice rolls. 1 through 9 is going to net you a 1/1 red goblin creature token. 10 through 20 is going to net you a 1/1 red goblin creature token, and then attach Goblin Morningstar to it. So if you got 10 through 20, you're going to also get a free equip there. Not bad at all. I could see this maybe making moves in some sort of red deck. You're getting a creature with an equipment with trample. I mean, it's not a whole lot here, but it's 2 power for 2. So, I mean, somebody's going to play it somewhere, I'd imagine. Moving along, probably my favorite art in the set. I'd like to mark this down somewhere, but it looks like it's hard to read for me. Michael Passaris or something like that. But anyway, we've got Lightfoot Rogue, okay? For 1 mana of any color in a swamp, so 2cc, we have a creature type halfling rogue. I think it's very cool. The artwork is awesome. I'm digging it. Digging it a lot. This rogue is a 2/1, so he has a little extra front action. It's got to be all in that dagger. We've got Sneak Attack, so whenever Lightfoot Rogue attacks, you get to roll a d20 on the attack trigger of this halfling. 1 through 9 is going to net you Death Touch until end of turn. 10 through 19 is going to net you +1/+0 in Death Touch until end of turn. And if you magically somehow manage to roll a 20 on your 1 through 20 sided die there, you're going to get +3/+0 first strike and Death Touch until end of turn. Yeah, that's unlikely to happen, but it's pretty decent. I think +20/+20 would be better, because it's still probably never going to happen, but what do I know, man? It's an uncommon, so you probably couldn't put that on an uncommon. Next up, picking this guy up too. This is the Skeleton Lord we were talking about. They didn't give it to us in English today, but I'm still super excited about it. Hope you guys are too. We've got Deadly Priestess. Let's go back here as well. She costs 2 mana of any color in swamp, so 4cc. She is up there. She's hefty. She's up there in the CC. 4cc is a lot, especially for something skeleton related. But her name is Deadly Priestess. She's a 2/2 herself. Skeletons, vampires, and zombies I control get +1/+1. So she is a skeleton, vampire, zombie lord. And at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 1 mana. If you do, create a 1/1 black skeleton creature token. I like it a lot. This would definitely go in a skeleton EDH deck, which I've built 1 or 2 or 3 and taken them apart. At least 1 or 2. So maybe 3 times the charm. Eventually be making this again. We get some more love for it. Unless I want to just, I could also just make another black deck. I just rocking spirits right now. Next up, we've got Pixie Guide for 1 mana of any color on an island, 2 CC. We have a creature type fairy. It is a 1/3 with flying and has grant and advantage. If you would roll 1 or more dice, you dice rollers, instead roll that many dice plus 1 and ignore the lowest roll. What'd you say? Very nice. Moving on, we have a legendary artifact card thing. This is very odd indeed, so let's check it out together. What do y'all think about this? We've got the Deck of Many Things for 5 mana of any color. 5 CC legendary artifact. Here's the scoop. You can pay 2 mana and tap this legendary artifact. Roll a d20 and subtract the number of cards in your hand. If the result is 0 or less, discard your hand. Okay? I might have to read that again for some of you, but I'm just going to continue. So, if you roll a 1 through 9, you're going to return a card at random from your graveyard to your hand. A 10 through 19 is going to draw you 2 cards. And a 20, a magical 20, if you hit that 20, dog, put a creature card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. When that creature dies, its owner loses the game. You said, what? Huh? What? Huh? I'd like to use that once and then be like, okay, that was cute. So this is good. You've seen the hype there. It was a weird hype. But we have a the owner loses the game situation here. You're probably never going to roll that 20 once again. Unless you can keep rolling until you get a 20 or something. You find a way to manipulate the amount of rolls or whatever. I've seen a way to get 2. Maybe you can get 200. So I don't know. Very cool. Very cool. So far I like it. I like the skeleton card in there. We got a sun card. I don't know what he's holding. That might be like a jester looking thing. Looks jesterous. Very cool. The Deck of Many Things, sir. What do y'all think? So far that's where all my hype's been at. Besides some art today. Moving on, we have Skyon, or Scion of Stiga. For 2 mana of any color and a island, 3 CC, we have a creature type Thieving Shaman. Ooh, we have a little frickin' dirty thief. He is a 2/1, with flash. He has Cone of Gold, or Cold. Might be Cone of Cold. When Scion of Stiga enters the battlefield, choose target creature an opponent controls, and then roll a d20. 1 through 9 is going to net you a tap target creature. 10 through 20 is going to give you a tap that creature. It doesn't untap during its next untap step. So tap or tap it for an extra turn. That's what we got going on there. Next up, we've got a Dinge. We've got Dingy Windseer for 3 mana of any color and an island, 4 CC, which isn't terrible, I guess. It's better than the 5 CC Dinges or whatever. I'm sure other people are going to pronounce this one different. I just always call it Dinge. They're like genie type things, but a little different. He is a 3/3 with flying. When he enters the battlefield, roll a d20. So we got some more rolls here. 1 through 9 is going to net you scry 1. 10 through 19 is going to net you a scry 2. And a magical 20 is going to net you a scry 3. So, scrying's good. Not bad. Next up, we've got Critical Hit for 1 mana of any color and a mountain, 2 CC, instant speed. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. When you roll a natural 20, return Critical Hit from your graveyard to your hand. That could be a thing. So if you get that magical thing, now it's paying you back. You're getting this card out of your graveyard back. Cool beans, cool beans. I really like the eye on this guy. Here's Contact Other Plane. For 3 mana of any color in an island. So for 4 mana, you can contact another plane of existence. At instant speed, you can roll a d20. 1 through 9 is going to net you 2 cards. Draw 2 cards. 10 through 19 is scry 2, then draw 2. And a magical 20 is scry 3 and draw 3. Okay? Next up, we've got Fae Wild Trickster. For 2 mana of any color in an island. So we have 3 CC, creature type Gnome Warlock. Very nice. I thought this would go in like a female or male, depending on if you like fairy tribal or not. I've always wanted to put a fairy tribal deck together that like a female friend could use or something in a pinch or whatever. But this is a Gnome Warlock. So moving on. She is a 2/2. I believe she's a woman. I don't know. She's a gnome. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, create a 1/1 blue fairy dragon creature token with flying. So that's why I was thinking fairy tribal here. We get to create a 1/1 blue fairy dragon. So the fairies will have little dragons to play with as well. She could just be like a Sisters of Fae. This is her gnome friend because she's also small. I think gnomes are small as well. Moving along, we have another legend. So we have Delena, Wild Mage. For 3 mana of any color in a mountain, 4 CC, we have a legendary creature, Elf Shaman. This elf is a 3/2, has a little extra that front action. Must be some of that heat she's bringing to the frickin' fire. Whenever Delena, Wild Mage attacks, choose target creature you control and then roll a d20. 1 through 14 is going to create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that creature, except it's not legendary, and it has exile this creature at end of combat. Pretty cool. 15 through 20 is going to net you create one of those tokens, roll again. So you're going to create a token of whatever you're choosing there, and you're going to roll again and then possibly make one that exiles at the end of the turn with haste or whatever. So this one's pretty good as well. It's not bad. What do you guys think of Delena, Wild Mage? You like her? You don't like her? Are you building her? I don't know if I want to build her. Next up, we have another legend. We have Gretchen. Titchwillow. Gretchen Titchwillow here. For 1 forest, 1 island, 2 CC, keeping it relevant, we have a 0/4 legendary creature, Halfling Druid. She has an ability here or something for 2 mana of any color and a forest island, so 4 mana in total. You can draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. I don't know if I mentioned that she's an 0/4. So that's also relevant. So, I don't know, that's playable as well. I think that's playable there. I don't think she's going to win through commander damage, but playable. Next up, and we're getting near the end of the spoilers here, unless there's some new ones that came out, and if there is, I'll go back and we'll look at them before the end of the video real quick, but for now, we've got Hill Giant Herd Gorger. Hill Giant Herd Gorger. For 4 mana of any color and forest, so 6 mana in total. 6 CC creature giant. He's definitely a giant. I like his bear dog. He is a 7/6. When Hill Giant Herd Gorger enters the battlefield, gain 3 life. And he is a 7/6. This is going to be wonderful. This is going to be a monster in limited. Moving on, we have Swarming Goblins for 4 mana of any color and a mountain, so 5 CC for a 4/3 creature goblin. But when this Swarming Goblins enters the battlefield, roll a d20. Another dice roll here. 1 through 9 will net you a 1/1 red goblin creature token. 10 through 9 is going to get you 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. And if you imagine to hit the magical number 20 on that D20, you're going to create 3 red goblin creature tokens. Yeah, I mean, what do you think? What do you guys think? I don't know what to think there. Next up, possibly last, unless they've spoiled anything since I started this video, which has been 30 minutes. That's entirely possible. We've got Brazen Dwarf. For 1 mana of any color in a mountain. 2 CC. We have a creature type dwarf shaman. He is a 1/3. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, Brazen Dwarf deals 1 damage to each opponent. Pretty good. Pretty good for this set. Rolling dice. Rolling dice. And never know, rolling dice could become a thing. Never know. Probably not. It's a lot of other things. We do a lot of dice. We do have dices and stuff, though. Lots of counters and all sorts of things. Let's see if anything new has come out, because that was officially my last spoiler. So if you hold on for just a moment, we'll refresh this page here and see if we get anything new. Oh, we did. We got 1 spoiler since we shot this video. And just to give you an idea of the time, it is 3:05 p.m. over here, Eastern time. So I got 1 more spoiler since I've made this video. We'll go over it. We have Jaded Sellsword. So for 3 mana of any color in a mountain, 4 CC, we have a creature type dragon warrior. He is a 4/3. He's got a little extra that front action. When Jaded Sellsword enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, it gains first strike and haste until end of turn. I think that's kind of cool there. I mean, I love treasure tokens if you can get them, you know. Is it that relevant? I don't know. But it's a card. It's a thing. I like it. I like it. We got a dragon warrior. What more can you want? Flying would be cool on this guy. You can't make him fly. He's part dragon. I know he's a warrior, but I think he should fly. So anyway, I just want to let everybody know, like I said, if you want to join a giveaway, if you're watching this and you want to win free booster packs, and all you got to do is subscribe, leave a thumbs up and a comment on the video in the description below. So go ahead and check that out. That's what you're into. I've got plenty of stuff going on besides the fact that I'm doing spoiler season, so 1 or 2 videos every single day for the next week or 2, followed by deck techs every Friday usually, along with gameplay, Magic the Gathering Arena mobile, facecam gameplay, stuff like that. Once I hit 100 subscribers, I'll probably start streaming that if I can. On YouTube, we'll just start streaming Magic Gathering Arena with the facecam, kind of chatting for half hour, 2 hours, whatever. I don't know. And we'll do that. We'll make videos out of it. We're gonna do whatever we can. We're just gonna keep making content. If you're into Magic the Gathering Commander and EDH, I have another group of friends of mine, another play group and stuff. We created another YouTube channel. So if you want to go check out Commander Wars EDH, we're on like episode 22 or 23. We've had all sorts of guests and all sorts of decks, and there's just so much content there for you to go check out. Some amazing plays and games have had and happened, and we've got the new Modern Horizons 2 decks coming up this Friday, so keep your eyes out. 3 new decks, at least, hitting the table this Friday, unless I can get a 4th. But I don't know if anybody's got some new stuff. We'll see. I'll definitely see y'all tomorrow. And if not, we're probably going to do a little gameplay tonight. We're probably going to do some grinding and go check out the arena. I think we've had an update, so we're going to try to go win some packs and try out some new Adventures of the Forgotten Realms, I think. Don't quote me, but I think that's what's going on over there. So we're going to find out straight after this video. We'll spoil anything that happens tonight, tomorrow. Hope you're all having a wonderful night. Great morning. I hope you're having an awesome breakfast or something. Strawberries. I don't know. Something amazing. And if not, lunch. I hope you're having a wonderful lunch. Hope you have an awesome tomorrow. You know, who knows what tomorrow brings, right? All right. Till next time, boys, girls, ladies, and gentlemen. I'm out here.